Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. My name is Tara and this is my sister Cassie. We are the twins of crypto.
And every morning we come together to give you guys our thoughts and opinions on the crypto market. And we're back today, so thank you for joining us. Happy Friday. I wanted to let you guys know that we're thinking about changing to Monday, Wednesday, Friday video updates, just to give the market time to update a little bit and develop before each of our updates to make sure there's something to talk about in each of our updates. So we wanted to let you guys know that that's what we're thinking. So we hope that you guys can support that and can understand. But of course, we're going to be updating on Twitter in between. So we can give quicker updates on Twitter. So I think that's what we're doing for that, at least as long as we're doing these edited video updates. But I think that might change once we go live. And you guys, if you haven't done so already, make sure to subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss any of our future updates.
Yeah. And so the market really hasn't been moving that much, but we are getting some signs that we are starting our next wave up to new highs. And so I'm going to take you guys through Bitcoin and show you what I think we can expect there. Ethereum really hasn't moved that much. It is really just continuing sideways, but there are a couple levels that you need to be watching out for as we head into the weekend. And then XRP, same story there. We're still on those critical support levels there. So we're going to show you guys how the chart has developed on XRP, and again what we have to watch out for going into the weekend there as well. So let's get right into it. Here we are on Bitcoin. I just zoomed out to the weekly time frame, guys, because I want to show you quickly like where we are within the market, just so you guys can get a better understanding of context before we go in further. And so this was our bottom there at 15,000, and this is that wave or that push up that we've made so far. And so right here you can see that we're stuck in this sort of correction right here. And so when we zoom in, you're going to see exactly what we're talking about and what we think is happening here in these subwaves in this correction here. So I do want to mention that this correction coming down here, you can see it is still pretty shallow, or it's still up really high. It hasn't crossed down below that 0.5 fib level and down into deeper corrections. And we are on that rebound from the bounce here after this correction. And so when we go in, we're going to be taking a look at this wave here. It's really important for us to determine the subwaves of this wave here, because if it is a 5-wave structure, that's going to signal to us that we could be starting that new trend up to new highs. If it is more of a corrective structure or ABC, then we could be headed to new lows or a deeper correction here. So we do have to go into the subwaves in further to get a closer look at what's going on so we know what to expect next. So I'm going to take you guys into the 4-hour and show you what I think is happening there. Okay, so here we are on the 4-hour, and this is that low there, and this is that wave that it's made so far from that bottom down there at around, what was it, 56.5 or so down here. And so like I said, we need to determine what this type of wave structure is in order for us to kind of determine what happens next. Because like I said, if this is a 5-wave structure or an ABC, it's really going to tell us what wave comes next. I'm going to put my drawings back on here. It's going to get a little bit messy, but I will show you guys what I'm thinking. So right now the market is kicking sideways and is forming this really complex correction right here. It's looking almost like it is starting to triangle out, and I think that's what is getting everyone so confused, or why the market is getting drawn out like this. And it looks almost like the triangle is almost complete or just about to be complete. We just finished wave E down here, and we've mentioned to you guys many times before that wave E can have a fake out, or it does sometimes have a fake out. Right now, that bottom of the triangle and that wave E is sitting right on our critical level at 67.8. So it is going to form strong support here. So right now, we still have to determine if this wave E is done yet or just start that new wave. So because all of these waves have finished, it's very possible that we get a major breakout very soon. This doesn't have to go all the way to the apex. It could, like I said, break out at any time. So there's a couple things that I want to mention to you guys about this triangle. We've mentioned to you that triangles are subjective. So really with Elliott waves, for a triangle to form, you want to try to find a triangle on the RSI as well. It does look like it is forming a triangle on the RSI. So this is starting to confirm that this was a triangle. Also, in the subwaves of the triangle, we're not supposed to have really any 5-wave structure. And if you've been following us for a while, you know that it has been really difficult for us to find any 5-wave structure since this top here. So And I believe that's what is getting everyone confused, is because it is starting to triangle out or about to finish that triangle as well. Also, the last thing that I want to mention is that because this is a triangle here, this is showing us that this next leg up is only going to reach that 618 retrace, because triangles don't necessarily form in a wave 2, they form more in a wave 4. And so that means our next high up there is going to be limited. So that's also something that we have to watch out for.
We've always thought it was going to be a wave 5 though.
Yeah, and the fact that it triangled out, I think, is further confirmation of that wave 4. And this is that 618 extension. I didn't put the coordinates in, I just quickly plotted it. But you can see that the next leg up is only going to reach around 75.6 or so. So from the bottom there, this is looking like a 5-wave structure. But like I said, we don't have that 5th wave yet. So because of this new high on the RSI at the high there, this should be an exhausted high coming up here to that final wave. So that's something that we have to watch out for, is that 75.6 and an exhausted RSI, and then we'll have another correction after that. So that's something that we have to be prepared for on Bitcoin within the next few weeks or so.
So do you think that would be, that 5th wave would be wave 1 of wave 3 then?
Yeah, so if I go back to,
I think weekly is too zoomed out.
Okay, let's go to daily. So like on the daily time frame, you can see that from that correction low here, which would have been our ABC correction. So this coming up to that 5th wave top would be the 5th wave of wave 1, but it could be possibly, like we've mentioned, Cass, our full targets are still targeting only around 85 to 92,000. So that's more in line with our 5th wave, a main 5th wave. So this 5-wave structure that's coming up for that next 5th wave should be wave 1, but I think of our 5th wave so far, it's still falling in line with that 5th wave. Okay, let's go over to Ethereum then. Okay, so here we are on Ethereum on the 4-hour time frame. We mentioned to you guys in our last update that Ethereum has not reached that 618 fib level yet at 4,200. So that is still our target for this 5th wave. We still believe that Ethereum is heading towards that target here. Right now, we're stuck between this high here for wave 3 and in between that bottom for that wave 4 target. So we're still stuck within these levels. We need to get back up above this 2618 here to start to really confirm that it is going to go to 4,200. These waves haven't really formed, really anything significant. It's just kicking sideways and waiting for that volume to come in. But I do think that we are going to get it soon. You can see the RSI did cross back up above the MA and it's starting to push up. It just made a new high with this last candle here. So I do think that over the weekend, we could be seeing a major push up here to our full target at 4,200. So let's just have Cassie zoom in here and give you a closer look at what's going on.
Okay, so here we are on Ethereum 1 hour. And you can see just our subwaves really aren't all that clear, but like Tara mentioned, we're still tracking up towards that 5th wave, up towards that 4,200 area. As long as we don't make a new low, and even if we come down to that 3.2 again, that would still be okay. But right now we have just bounced off the 236 retrace. So this is still okay, and it's still holding these bullish retrace levels here. So yeah, like Tara mentioned, I do still think that we're on our way to 4,200, and really we don't have any subwaves to help give confirmation of that. So then looking down at the RSI, you can see that there is resistance here that needs to break. So we are hitting resistance on the price and RSI, but it does look like we should be getting that volume soon, especially coming up towards that 5th wave target. And the fact that it's held these, really bullish levels here. So yeah, I think we'll get our push soon on this today or through the weekend, maybe.
All right, should we get over to XRP then?
Yeah.
Okay, so here we are in XRP on the 4-hour time frame. And like I've mentioned to you guys, XRP, and Cassie has too, we have in many of our updates, we don't believe XRP is going to come to a new low. We believe it's just going to be supporting and ranging on these critical fib levels here until we really get that breakout. You can see it is holding above this main 382 support here at 515 or so. It's using it as support. The RSI is stuck in the middle here and is really just trending sideways a bit. So it does need some volume to come in here and really push us into the triangle or even out of the triangle as well. So that's still something that we are looking out for. We've mentioned to you guys before, but all the waves of this triangle have formed. It's been several years, so they have definitely already formed. And we don't have to come all the way to the apex for this to break out. So it could really break out at any time. We're just waiting for that volume to come in. Just to remind you guys, we are going to be watching that price action as we head up to the triangle, because if it breaks up through the top, we're going to have to build support on top before continuing that bullish trend. Or if it comes up and just breaks through this one, we're going to be supporting on the bottom before the next breakout. So we do have to watch and see what the price action looks like as we head back into the triangle again. So that's what we're going to be watching out for on XRP within the next couple weeks or so until we really get our break out of here. So let's just have Casi zoom in here into the subways and give you a closer look at what's going on.
Yeah, Tara, before we move on, look at how condensed on the 4 hour, like the last, that's a huge consolidation that's about to break. So when I zoom in, keep that in mind. Okay, so here we are on the XRP 1 hour. And just like Tara mentioned, we are still holding these local retrace levels. One thing that's really exciting to me is that it's always said that as the market approaches the apex of the triangle, the market starts to fold in on itself. And as you zoom in degrees, you'll find triangles within triangles. And that's really what we're seeing here. So I want to point out that we have a quicker consolidation forming and as we're approaching really the end of this, and then really that consolidation I just mentioned on the 4 hour, that's all happening within the last day or so. You can see on this RSI from, I guess not the last day, from it started the 20th, but really it's just been getting really condensed the last day or so. This is breakout material. So as the RSI starts to get more and more condensed, that's going to give us the strength and volume it needs to really break us out of here. So I think that this is exactly what we need to see, especially zoomed in here. This is looking really good. So we are hitting local resistance. It could come down, but you can see our price is really confined now, really constricted. So even this bottom RSI is only a little bit in price. So I think that we could be getting our break really quickly. So we need to be prepared for that, be prepared for volatility even down before coming up. This is a really critical time in the market for XRP. And I really think in general across the board. So our two main resistances right now of the triangle are 54 cents. And this has really come down now, I'd say. So in time, we're looking at 55 cents. So with time, this is just going to align to the apex at 50. What is that? 54.5. So that's really the main resistance area there that we're talking about that we need to break. So 55 cents. If we can get the strength to break out of that, that would be really good. So you're seeing 6-year consolidation in purple, our last few month consolidation in green, and then the last week or so consolidation here. This is a really good sign that the market is going to have a breakout soon. So I'm excited for it. I know we keep saying it, but there really isn't much to be said as we condense lower and lower, that it's just running out of time. So all right, you guys, and that's it for today's update. Thank you so much for watching, and we hope you enjoy your weekend, and we'll be back Monday with another one.